minutes. Just look at the ticket, the traveling man. I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
One, ready?
Cheat code offense. Together, all keep it together.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
With the lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The Bengals at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
With some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. Burrow going to keep it himself, and he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Beckham in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Successful start to the drive. 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Hill. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And ball going to be hit and taken down. They got him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This is taken at about the 14. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue, because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And here's Brad Robbins now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. To throw is Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate. Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is a touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is dropped.
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Taking it about the 16.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Burrow going to keep it on his sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that'll make it a score of 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On first down, here's Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll send Beckham in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting the game.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Ravens 21, Bengals 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now they're in the hurry up.
Second and 6.
On second down, Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
39-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Breida, they'll go up the middle. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll go with Hill here on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 4, this is second down and 1. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards. On the handoff, this is Breida. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run again with Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go counter with Breida. Down right around the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now 3rd down and 7. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They